Hello YouTube, this is Algebra 1, end of course, practice exam part 3, number 21. Which equation represents the line passing through the points 3, 2 and negative 9, 6? Okay, the first thing we'll do is find the slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 reduces to negative 1/3. That's our slope. Now I'll use the points 3, 2. Y minus 2 equals negative 1/3. X minus 3. Y minus 2 equals negative 1/3 x plus 1. Add 2. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 3. Add my 1/3 x to both sides. Multiply everything by 3. We do that because in standard form we have integer coefficients. X plus 3y equals 9. Choice A. Which equation represents the line passing through the point 4, negative 16 and is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 2/3 x plus 8? And okay, perpendicular passes through 4, negative 16. I sort of isolate my slope. I take the opposite of the reciprocal, which is positive 3/2. And when I look at my answer choices, 2/3, negative 2/3, negative 3/2. The only one that has the right slope is positive 3/2. And I could go back and, similar to this one, use this point in point slope form and rearrange that, and I would get this choice. But seeing as how this is the only one with the right slope, we can, especially in a time test, go ahead and stop right there. Answer choice D on this test. A company builds computers. It costs $6,700 to build 10 computers and $12,200 to build 20 computers. Which equation models the cost C as a function of x as a linear function of the number of computers built x? Right. C is the name of the function, x is the index. So it's the cost to produce x number of computers. I'm going to treat this like 2 points. 10 computers, $6,700. 20 computers, $12,200. So I get my slope, 12,200 minus 6,700 over 20 minus 10. I'll do this one more time. $5,500 over 10. So the slope is 550. So that eliminates choice C and D, which have different slopes. Now I'm going to use the point 10, 6,700. I could have just as easily used this one, but when I have two, I'll choose the one with smaller numbers. Y minus 6,700 equals 550 times x minus 10. Y minus 6,700 equals 550x minus 5,500. Add 6,700 to both sides. So I'll take 6,700. Y equals 550x plus 1200. When I add 6,700 to both sides, I get positive 1200, which is answer choice B. And it makes sense to have a positive fixed cost because otherwise the model says that you get you receive $1,200 for doing nothing, for making 0 computers. So it both fits the equation and it makes sense, which is nice. On a test like this, sometimes they won't make sense, but most of the time they should be pretty close. The graph below shows the revenue earned by a company in its first 4 quarters of operation. A line of best fit has been drawn through the graph. Based on the linear model, how much revenue in thousands of dollars should the company earn in its 5th quarter? Well, this is a little tough to say because of the lack of detail in this graph. Okay. And I do seem to have a tendency of drawing this just below the graph, but it's saying at the 5th quarter, right? At the 5th quarter, I know this graph is difficult to see. The line of best fit does not go through every point because the points are not linear, and we're not asked to draw the line of best fit except to extend it a little bit. So in thousands, what the company should earn in its 5th quarter is somewhere between $45,000 and $50,000. So if it's in thousands, I would guess it's not a decimal. I would pick 47 or 48. That's a little tough to say. Detail on the graph, we don't actually have that equation of best fit. It's not exact here, it looks like. I can't tell. Well, it's close, but it doesn't fit through all of them. It's fairly difficult to say. Which equation represents the graph of the line shown below? Alright, let's bring that down. Okay, again, this graph is not very easy to see either, but this is 2, 4, so this point would be 1, 2. Try not to draw lines to your point when you do these. Okay, so basically what I'm going to look at is this is a positive slope. Eliminates choice A and D. And this y-intercept is 0, 1, which means that I need that positive 1, and B is my answer. So basically I'm looking positive slope and y-intercept. If I had 2 different positive slopes, I'd have to maybe plug some of these numbers in, but these are the only ones that fit for 25. Choice B. Determine the number of solutions based on the graph for the following system of equations. Let me write these out. 2x plus 5y equals 7. 10y equals negative 4x plus 14. I'm going to go ahead and add 4x to equation 2. This is equation 2. This is equation 1. And I will get 4x plus 10y equals 14. This is still equation 2. I'm going to divide equation 2 by 2. As long as I do it to every term, to both sides, I don't change the value of the equation. That will be 2x plus 5y equals 7. Right? It's still equation 2, which matches equation 1 exactly. So that means these are infinitely many solutions. It's the same graph over itself. If you have 2 different slopes and different intercepts, or if you have 2 different slopes, you're going to have exactly 1 solution. You'll have no solution if you have the same slope but different y-intercepts, and a linear system in 2 variables where your solution is a point and your graphs are 2 lines will not have exactly 2 solutions. Okay. Which point lies in the solution set for the following system of inequalities? X minus y is greater than 3. X plus 2y is less than 6. Well, I could graph these and I could shade the regions and I could find which of these points is in the region. But quicker than that is to go ahead and put x and y in. So this, for choice A, 7 minus 1 is 6, so it passes this one. But 7 plus 2 times 1, 7 plus 2 is 9, is greater than 6, so it's not choice A. And let's go ahead and skip down to choice D. 4 minus a negative 2 is 6, which is greater than 3. It checks. And then 4 plus 2 times negative 2 is 4, minus 4 is 0, which is less than 6. That checks for negative 2. Which system of equations is represented by the following graph? Well, again, I could rearrange these for y. This one looks like it's done for us. But what is probably going to be quicker is if I look at the solution, which this is 1, this is 4. So the point is 4, 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 in for x and 1 in for y, and see when I get two true statements. 4 minus 2 is not 6. 1 is not 4 plus 3. 1, let's see. Well, I'll just do it right here. Y, 4 equals, already, that's not correct. 1 equals 4 minus 3, okay. And then 1 equals 1/2 4 plus 3. That's not right. So let's try the last one. 4 plus 2 times 1 is 4 plus 2 equals 6. And 4 minus 1 equals 3. Okay, so a little stumble there, but we put in 4 for x, we put in 1 for y, and that's how we find the system of equations, because we have the graph of the solution. Y equals x minus 3. I'm looking at choice C again. It looks like this line is there, but 1/2 x plus 3 would be something like that. Okay. Determine the value for y in the system of equations. X minus 3y equals 4. 2x plus y equals 8. If I want the value of y, I'm going to get these x's to cancel. What I mean by that is I'm going to multiply this equation by 2. 2x minus 6y equals 8. I'm going to go ahead and subtract these two. These will cancel. That's why we set this up. Y minus a negative 6y is 1y plus 6y is 7y equals 8 minus 8 is 0. Divide by 7, divide by 7, y equals 0. Okay, so that was part 3. We did 21 through 29 on the end of course exam for Algebra 1, and we will pick up next time with problem 30. Thank you.